It's creepy as heck. Shouldn't this thing make some noise or something? Oh wait, it's a hybrid. Never mind.
Morning.
What's happening?
Not much.
So, we gonna drive around and look at cars today?
That's my plan.
Alright, perfect. Let's go. Dude, it's kind of creepy. This thing isn't even making any noise and it's just sitting there.
Yeah, it makes that weird.
It's got just a light, like, hummy noise.
That's only like 20 and under, I guess. I don't know why it's not doing it forward now.
Because you're coasting, probably, because it's downhill, maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's creepy. Hybrid. How many miles you got on it now?
40, almost 4,500.
Right on. So Rob and Teresa picked this thing up, like, the day that we went and looked at the Camry. And Whitney's drive to work is like 4 miles. So the Camry's got like literally 2,000 miles on it. I think it's like 2,040 miles on it. So.
Yeah, that was hilarious. We were picking this up and then you and Post just randomly show up. I'm like, what are you doing? And then
looking at a car, and then
yeah, just
we were
like,
buying
yeah,
a car. Yeah, we were buying a car. You're already buying a car. We picked ours up the next day. Good times.
It's starting to get a little crusty.
Is it?
Yeah.
So Robbie actually owns the old Shit Fit, and this being Robbie, that being Rob. So Robbie, that was his college car. We sold it to Robbie. He drove it back and forth to Michigan Tech. Now he is working in Wisconsin for Milwaukee Power Tools, and he thinks he needs something that maybe it doesn't have 250,000 miles on it, I guess. Yeah, wants to get into that outdoor adventure life stuff.
Yeah, I got all my drones, so I'm like, I don't know. I went down some pretty sketchy 2 tracks in the UP with the Fit, but that's just that, you know. It's like you can't really push it very far. So.
Dude, the Fit was like lowered and stuff. I don't think you were supposed to be 2-tracking the Fit.
I popped the bumper off a couple times going to Breakers Beach in the UP. It was like these ruts to get over to the beach, and I boom smashed it right off of it.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
We brought Robbie up to maybe join the Toyota family. So it's kind of funny. Rob and I actually started out, we met because of Honda cars, like, I don't even know how many years ago now. A lot of them, 20-ish, 25 probably, maybe closer to 28, I don't know. And now we both own all Toyotas, actually. So Rob's got like RAV4, and his other daughter drives a RAV4, and then he's got a Venza, and Robbie's holding strong with the Fit. Obviously my house is all Toyota, so we're gonna see if we can get their house all Toyota today. Yeah, so we went for a ride. We made it to the gas station. I don't know, she said that when she left Kalkaska yesterday, it said she had 12 miles available, and it's a 31-mile trip to here. And it was literally dinging at us to like get gas when we left. But we made it to the gas station. Robbie took her his test drive. I think he's ready to join the Toyota family. I don't know if this is a big step or not, though, because it's like a car payment, and he's like living that debt-free life right now, so he's all nerved up. But we'll let him make that decision. In the meantime, I'm gonna check out Ben's other Tacoma, which is this has got the leftovers that we cut off of Spike on it. So this truck was like bone stock up until he helped me cut all of the suspension off of Spike there a couple weekends ago. So now it has all that TRD suspension under it with a little bit of a spacer lift. So it's got a little 2-inch lift on it, and yeah, makes for a way better looking truck. Just a little bit of a lift. He said it cleaned up the handling a ton too, because that suspension was low miles. So anyway, we're gonna walk around his place a little bit here. Ben's a big Toyota guy also. He's got some other cool things. So I've heard lots of stories about his plow truck, which is an old T100. So you can see that she has lived a long life. But yeah, it's a T100, manual trans, plow truck. You know it's good when you got like extra stuff in the bed and whatnot. Got the old FJ Cruiser wheels on it. one of many. I hear there's a stash out behind the barn. I think we're gonna go investigate. So he claims there's some Toyota parts back here. And yeah, there's like a little honey hole back here. He's got a treasure trove of Toyota stuff. 3rd gen 4Runners, 1st gen 4Runners. Holy smokes. There is some stuff back here. We might have to do some bartering. I didn't realize how much cool stuff he had. There's some back there. Holy cats.
Sorry, it's not
that was the like outside hoarding. What do we got going on in here?
This is raw footage.
This building is like really long. This is where the magic happens, right here. Little workshop space, welders and drill presses and plasma cutters and heck yeah. TV on the wall. And then we got more stuff. Some trucks we might recognize. So is this the blue 4Runner?
Yes.
Like this is the one. So
your hood is here.
So like
the eagle is in it.
I don't even know if I have video of it on my YouTube channel or not, but way back in the day, I actually had a 1st gen 4Runner before Stomper. I actually have owned like 4 of them. But this was like my last rig before Stomper. And I grenaded the IFS diff that was in it on a New Year's Day trail ride. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back for me. This thing got pushed next to the garage and parted out. And then Ben came along, and him and my buddy Tom made some trade deal, and he ended up with it. And he's rebuilt it, solid axle swapped it, and all kinds of stuff. So this is one of many of Ben's wheeling toys, but Ben is the guy with Taco Bell, which is the giant Tacoma that's back there. But yeah, he's hoarding a couple of Toyota things up here.
Your IFS parts for that are right in that, by the way, too. That's actually
the grenaded diff from like
everything. Well, yeah. So.
Oh man, yeah. This is the barn, right? So some other recognizable creatures. Taco Bell. A year ago today, we were cabin fever on and he smoked a tree and put this left front tire right up into that firewall right there. So got the frame straightened back out, got it together. So that thing is sitting in here, and he got his boys, Blake's, what they call Sandy. It's the old 3RZ swapped, 1st gen Tacoma, and then his Tundra. What do we got? Some dirt track racing cars back here. It's got all the cool things. More minty 1st gen 4Runner stuff.
You seen the yard car cherry picker tractor setup we got?
Oh, that's the one.
Is this some?
Yeah, this is
my tractor. This is what I had for a tractor.
This is the tractor.
This is the yard car.
Saturn, was this like the L300 sedan?
I got it with no doors. I have no idea. I do actually have a title for this thing, but it had no use. So we were gonna turn it into a derby car, and I said, you know what? This car is way too nice to just destroy, and we decided to. A cherry picker that was too short to pull a motor, we decided to just mod in the back because this was one of the ones you couldn't even take the motor out of a stock truck.
It's like a crane. So he made his own crane car.
Got hooks in it. This is a tractor. You do what you need to do with this. Oh my God. He's not looked at this.
Love it. Love it. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if those translate or not, but those are really nice at night.
Got work lights on the crane. Yeah.
This is my Kubota, my John Deere.
Does things. Too funny. You son of a gun. You have been holding out on me.
Just a little teaser.
Dude, I had no idea you had an OBS Chevy step side.
Just a little teaser.
Oh, I hate you.
Just a little teaser right here.
Anybody that knows me knows that, like, I have owned over a dozen of this generation, the, what is it, GMT 400, 88 to 98 Chevy vehicles. Like, this is my...
Full top sits.
Oh, this is, dude, this is it. This is my jam right here. Like, I'm a Toyota guy through and through, but I would buy another one of these in a heartbeat. Oh, what? What? Pro-charged?
LT. T1.
Pro-charged, tune port injected, frickin' motor. Wow. Dude, I had no idea you had one of these.
Yes, sir.
Where did you get this thing?
Dude, and the best part, we picked this up 3 miles down the road.
No.
I bought a Chevy Nova from this guy, a 72 Nova. My father-in-law purchased this truck. This truck has now become our truck and it has moved in here. And, dude, everything on this thing is
It's got so anybody, if you've been watching my videos, Logan that works at Expedition Vehicle Outfitters, Ken's Car Care, his Comanche has one of these roofs on it. They were super rad back in the day. So the roof is like Lexan smoked, and the whole thing lifts off and it's the back window and the roof skin all at once, and it gives you like I don't know, kind of, it's hard to see it in here, but yeah, it's like a convertible experience, but you still have your doors on the side. This is cool. Man, this is cool.
This topper right here, this, when you lift the tonneau cover, it is molded and carpeted in the bed of this to set that in the bed of this shut tonneau. So if you're cruising topless and the rain hits, you're able to just pop this open, throw it back on, and cruise home. The bed, I wish we could get into the box.
Oh my gosh.
So this is
dude, you've been holding out on me.
This is the cruiser machine right here. This is the one that just stays here. So it needs a little bit of work, but she's got the rad, dude.
Oh man, this is cool. Yeah.
Hood. I mean, look at the loop.
Yeah.
Just to let the horsepower out.
This is old school cool, man. This is cool. It's like a timepiece.
Yeah.
So this being the recessed double headlight, that's a 88 or 89 front grille. I'm assuming the truck's probably of that same vintage. It has the square style dash, which was from 88 to 94. And man, this is neat. Like, this is the kind of stuff I used to like go to car shows and drool about as a kid, right? Because this was that vintage. When I was getting my driver's license, this was on the cover of every trucking magazine and sport truck magazine. That is rad. All right, so while Robbie is pondering this Tacoma purchase or another vehicle purchase at all, because he's been living the life of luxury with no car payment for a while, so he's trying to train his brain into thinking that car payments are okay. And that's different for everybody, you know. I've got payments, it happens. Most people I know do, but some people don't. And that's cool too. Like, I would love to have that no car payment life, but I like to drive newer, nicer stuff, and I'm not patient enough to save up the money to do it all at once. So I don't, that's not in my blood either. So, but while he's thinking about that, we're gonna go look at another car, because Rob has actually been eyeballing another summer toy, or a different summer toy. So we're gonna go check out a like 05 Mustang GT manual trans car that's somewhere back between where we were and where we're headed. So I guess we're gonna meander to East Jordan and see what this Mustang is. So here is the Mustang that Rob has brought us to look at, which is a really clean looking example. It's a GT premium manual trans car, and yeah, tucked away for the winter, but they're just talking about it a little bit here. But it's a nice looking car, pretty cool, reminiscent of the blue one that Whitney and I had. Had ours been a stick shift, it may not have been sold. So we're out and about. We're eating at a legendary pizza place here in Elk Rapids. It's Chef Chuck's. So crazy as it is, I went to high school here. I can't remember ever eating here, which is, some of my friends from school are probably going to shoot me for that, but I don't honestly remember ever eating here. So we're going to try it out today. Rob says it's amazing. So the pizza was good. 7 cheese pizza. So Chef Chuck's in Elk Rapids, Michigan. Not sure how the digestive tract is gonna hold up with 7 cheeses all at once on one piece of pizza fine. Going in. Well, 2 pieces of pizza going in.
I think it's fine. So
Rob's seen my video of smashed out headlights and stuff from the excursion. He brought me some JW Speaker LED headlights that he had in a Wrangler that he had. And so in our excursion today out and about looking at trucks and cars, we picked up a couple of adapter plugs. I'm going to wire those in. So pulled the headlight trim off, pulled the 3 screws out that spins off of. And you can see there's a little bit of crud packed in here from my off-roading adventures on the rigid lights, but we're going to get these unplugged, and then we got to sort out the wiring and put new pigtail ends on because the other headlights that he had have a 9008 bulb plug-in on the back of them, which is more of an oval plug, whereas this is using the old school like 3 flat prong setup, like that, like the old halogen headlight bulbs had. So we got to cut that pigtail out and replace it, and put these new headlights in, see if we can get things aimed up. All right, so these JW Speaker ones, the heat sink on the back of the light is got these little rib sections that are sticking out here, these bumps, and it's hitting the headlight mounting plate. So it like wants to pop side to side. So I'm gonna grab my grinder. We're gonna mark these 4 spots on the light where those little bumps are sticking out and grind those out so that the headlight will sit tight into this mounting cup, and then we'll get it reinstalled here. All right, so against the black background of the tire, you can see the notches, the 4 corners there where I did that, and now we'll try and fit it over the light again. So you can see how that allows those nubs to stick through. And now the light sits nice and tight into that mounting cup. We'll put this mounting cup back on. We'll get the headlight in there and the trim ring back into place. Okay, so we got the JW Speaker light wired up on the right-hand side, or the driver's side of the truck. You can see the difference. Honestly, light output right now looks similar in high beams. So yeah, I don't know. Be curious to see if they're any better than the rigid truck lights or not in the dark. I know that my rigid truck lights in particular are a little jacked up from off-roading, the different adventures I've had. The lenses are scraped and scratched, and I've actually had to glue the lens back on more than once. And they were getting moisture in them from this last little sinking adventure that we had. So I'm excited to try out these new lights, and since I had to have it all apart and re-aim them anyway, why not re-aim them with something newer? So in the meantime, we're going to keep the old Pias on there. They still put out light, even though this one's got the moisture in it, but I bet you after I run it for a while, she'll dry right out. So yeah, looking forward to getting out and playing tomorrow on New Year's Day. Got a few guys going to swing by the place, and we're going to get out in the woods. Even though all of our snow has disappeared, it's kind of depressing outside. Like, if it's going to be cold and miserable, we might as well at least have snow and make it pretty, but that doesn't seem to be the case right now.
Might be less.
Yeah, so got them all in there, wired up, and can't wait until the new grill comes in. That should look so much better. But for now, I picked up some of that spray and bed liner stuff, so I'm going to mask off that winch solenoid cover box and put a little squirt of that over it, try and help seal any pinholes that might be left in the cover. And I should probably back this thing up somewhere where I can get those lights all aimed up. Not sure where I'm going to do that. My garage isn't long enough. I need to find somewhere that's level and dark with a wall. Might have to go for a cruise here in a little bit.